Sovan School. For Sovan School, we are the only school here in Cambodia that is recognized by Cambridge to have a golden certificate. And it prepares us for the international exams. As we can see, the format, the structure.
Greeting everyone. Welcome to the Voice Lab podcast. My name is Vansa and I will be your host for today's podcast episode. And if you don't know what is the Voice Lab is the first podcast club ever at Sovan Tony School Stamatier 1 campus. It is a platform where it allows students from different classes to share their experiences, insight, and common challenges that they have faced during their preparation for their examination, as well as joining in the competition, both internal and external. And today, I'm very excited because we're joined by two speakers who has achieved both full mark on their Cambridge exam. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Good morning, everyone. How are you today?
Good morning, I'm fine.
Thank you so much. Okay, before we start, let us get to know you a bit, okay?
Greeting everyone, my name is Sovan Tony and I am a level 9A student from Sovan Tony campus. And recently, I took a Cambridge A2 key and achieving full score. Therefore, I am a top scorer.
Greetings, listeners. My name is Kouch Sunhort. I am a student from level 11A Stamatier campus as well, and it is very nice to be here.
All right, thank you so much, Sunhort and Tony, for your introduction. So now let me ask about your feelings. So how did you feel when you received your Cambridge exam result?
Well, as for me, I wasn't sure at first. I was a little bit confused. So I tried to ask my homeroom teacher to have a double check, a triple check, and even a quadruple check to make sure if it was actually me who got max scores during the Cambridge exams. Because if so, that would be a very big achievement. But in the end, it was true. It was all true, and I was really happy, and I decided to brag everyone about it.
All right, that's a very nice answer, Sunhort. Thank you so much. So now let's hear about Tony.
So for me, I can say that I felt happy because that time I didn't even know that top scorer is a thing yet. I thought that full score is just a normal full score and just the A, like grade A. Until I go research about it, I asked my teacher, I asked my friend, and they said, "Oh my God, Tony, you got top scorer! I'm so happy for you." And then when I realized I got top scorer, I started jumping in joy. I got so happy.
All right, that's very nice to hear from you. And did you ever imagine that you would get a perfect score?
No, absolutely not. I expect to get a high score, an A, like 140, 145, something like that. But I never expected to get 150 in all of the part.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so can I know what was the biggest reason behind your full score?
So the biggest reason behind my full score is immersion. Because me, as a top scorer, I consume a lot of English content almost all the time. Ever since I was young, I talk online with my friend in English. I play game in English. I watch YouTube, in English. Every social media I watch is in English. And secondly, my teacher also is play a big role in this, especially with the mock test and the feedback. For the mock test, he do mock test right before the Cambridge. He do mock test like every week or like every 2 days or so. And every time I do speaking test or after my writing test, he always give me feedback like, "Oh, you speak too fast. Oh, you speak too slow. Your answers too short, or your letters ugly."
That's very nice to hear from you. So now let me hear some perspective from Sunhort. All right, Sunhort, since you also got full mark on your Cambridge exam as well, right? Which is 150. So what was the most difficult part of preparing for the exam?
As for the hardest part for preparing for the exams, there are many hard parts. But if you were talking about the specific one, I would say is the time management. Since there's a lot of students who are going to prepare for the Cambridge exams, they will have a lot of participations. I believe that time management is something that everyone must look out for. Even if you are the one who's starting out late or the person who's starting out first. This mostly applies to the speaking exams, which will start at the later end of the actual exams. For the speaking exams, those who start out first, you must be prepared ever since the start. And those who starts out late, you must take as much preparation you need before it's your turn.
All right, thank you so much, Sunho, for your answering the question very nicely. All right, so what did you do when you found that something was a bit of challenge for you, especially during your preparation for this particular examination?
When I face something hard during the preparation, I don't usually look after it. Rather, I would avoid it. I would keep on going forward and trying to improve myself. Instead of worrying about my problems, I just keep on thinking straightforward to say, I must improve. I must try to get, at the very least, good overall scores or grade A. And in the end, it worked. It seems very useful to have this determination.
That's very nice from you, Sunhort. All right, Tony, let me hear about your study habit or study routine, okay? So what is one study habit that you think that is the best way to help you to achieve that such a full mark on this particular examination?
Okay, so my study habit is really not a traditional habit because instead of studying with book all the time, I usually study by using media. Basically, I have constant exposure. I always consume media in English. Like whenever I scroll on TikTok, whenever I play game, I watch my favorite YouTuber, or whenever I have conversation with my friend, I always use my English. So that means I understand English better, and my fluency like better than the person that treat English just like a normal subject. And secondly, I always do mock tests that teacher give me, especially the one that is before Cambridge A2 exam, which tell me how to do the structure, the exam structure, the exam format, the timing, and the instruction.
That's very nice to hear from you, Tony. So, was there a time when you felt nervous or felt lack of confidence, and how did you overcome it?
So, a time that I felt really nervous and I lack confidence is during my speaking test. That time, I was paired with strangers, so I don't really know how to talk to them. That means because both of my friends they are paired with their own friend, so they can have easier time talking with their partner or with the examiner. But for me, I got paired with a stranger, so I don't really know them or understand them that much. So I feel really nervous about my answer, and it felt like my answer felt forced. It doesn't feel natural, you know.
I can sense that. Okay, so now let's talk about Sunhort. Do you experience the same thing?
As for me, there has been a few times where I felt nervous, but one moment is, I would say, is during the speaking exams, which really caught my attention the most. Because in speaking exams, it isn't like any other of the exams during the day. Because for speaking exams, I would say you're not working by yourself. You're working with someone. You might bring someone down with you. So since you're working with a partner and as well as an examiner, you will have to focus on what you have to say and what problems you may accidentally say, or like if there will have any problems during the speaking. So it could have some small trouble during the speaking, and you will have your marks deducted. So that's what made me worried a lot, since you're working with someone, not by yourself.
Okay, so it seems like you're not worried anymore since you got full mark on your Cambridge exam, right? So now, what was the most important lesson that you have learned during your preparation?
During my preparation, the most important thing that I've learned about is that not only that this preparation is just for us, but it's also made to improve ourselves. It doesn't to test us, but to improve our stuff. Because, like, let's say during Cambridge exams, there's also this thing that we must be wary about, is that Cambridge exam is a education partner that we have with Sovan School. For Sovan School, we are the only school here in Cambodia that is recognized by Cambridge to have a golden certificate. And it prepares us for the international exams. As we can see, the format, the structure is almost identical to almost any other international exams outside of Cambodia. So I really think that this is a very good opportunity for college and university students.
All right, so seems like you already described about the advantages of taking those examinations, right, or international examination. So now, let me ask Tony. So Tony, can you tell me about like what is the exams look like, especially at Sovan Tony School, for students who take parts in the Cambridge exam?
So in Sovan School, Cambridge are divided to 3 levels. Firstly is Cambridge A2 Key, which is for level 6 or level 7 student. Secondly is Cambridge B2, which is when you're like level 8, 9 and level 10. And lastly is Cambridge C1, which is the hardest out of all of them. It's for students that are at level 12.
Okay, so that is how the Cambridge exam took place at Sovan School, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's very great to hear from you as well. So now, since both of you guys got full score on your A2 key for school examination, right? Or we can say is that the first examination for all the students who study at Sovan Tony School, right, to take this international exam. Okay, so for now, let me ask about your advices. Maybe both of you guys can give advice for our students. So what advice would you give to students who are preparing for, especially for A2 key for school, to get full score like everyone, for you guys, like you guys?
So, firstly, my advice will be, don't treat English like just another subject. Treat it like your own language, because if you treat English like just another subject, you will not focus on it much. And also try to consume as much English media as possible. Like I said in the previous answer, watch your favorite YouTuber in English, play game in English, talk to people online in English. This will improve your fluency by a lot. And secondly, I don't want you guys to skip on mock tests and feedback from teacher. For mock test, whenever teacher conduct a mock test, don't try to ask permission or skip the mock test just because you think it's hard. Try to do as much mock test as possible, because you need to understand what is the exam structure, the instruction, the format. And also, don't get angry at feedback. Just because the teacher or your friend said that, oh, you speak too fast or slow, don't get mad at them, because they are actually helping you. They're not looking down on you.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. So now let me hear some insight from Sunhort. Maybe can you share us about what advices will you give to the student who are preparing for taking this A2 key for school exam?
There isn't that much advice that I can give out, but there is one advice that I really love from Tony, which is that you need to consume as much English media as you can before preparing for Cambridge exams. Because I believe that every experienced speakers in English, or anybody overall, would probably focus more on the English language, which is consuming a lot of media in English. That could be watching YouTube, that could be watching on TikTok, that could be anything that you would want to watch or read or do anything. You must always speak in English, listen in English, always focus on the English language. Therefore, you can indeed improve your English language into a whole nother level.
All right, so to interpret that, it means that we have to observe, we have to immerse ourselves into a speaking English environment, as well like you consume English all the time, right? In order to ensure that you are ready for the exam. Is it what you mean?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Sunhort. That's a very great advice. Okay, so before we end our podcast here, I would like you to give messages, especially to our audience or listener who are watching this video or listen this podcast. So what message would you like to give to our students who dream of achieving a Cambridge certificate?
Well, I would say my message isn't going to be that much. Those who are taking part of the Cambridge exams, no matter if you're A2 key or B2 first or even C1, I really hope you the best of luck, and hopefully you can get a better grade than I do, or maybe even better achievements. Okay. I really hope for the best of everyone taking part of the exams. Thank you.
All right, what about Tony? Do you have anything to share or any messages to share to our audiences?
So, to everyone who are dreaming of a Cambridge certificate right now, nothing is impossible if you try them. No matter where you start from or how far your goal is, you have to trust that it adds up over time. And I'm the proof that it worked. And now it's your turn.
All right, so thank you so much, Sunhort and Tony, especially for giving us such a valuable insight, especially for those students who are preparing for Cambridge exam. And I hope you guys find this episode useful, and I hope that you can learn something, especially from this episode. And yes, before we end our podcast today, I would like to thank you and pay my respect, especially to our guest speaker, Sunhort and Tony. I wish you guys all the best, especially in terms of your academics progress, right? And I hope to see you in the upcoming competition as well, not just only this examination, but as well as debate and public speaking. And thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and until next time, we will see each other in the next episode. Goodbye and see you.